10 films, from intimate dramas to billion-dollar blockbusters, all battled for the biggest prize of the night, Best Picture. But what did these films really say about cinema today? And why did the winner rise above such fierce competition? Let's break it all down, nominee by nominee. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. It helps us bring you more Oscar deep dives. Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon was a monumental epic. Osage history, greed, and betrayal brought to life with masterful precision. Killers of the Flower Moon is a gripping, devastating crime drama that exposes one of America's darkest chapters. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, and Lily Gladstone, the film chronicles the systematic murders of Osage Nation members in 1920s Oklahoma, driven by greed over newfound oil wealth. Scorsese blends historical accuracy with intense storytelling, showing both the horror of the crimes and the resilience of the victims. Premiering at Cannes and earning critical acclaim, the film received 10 Oscar nominations, with Gladstone winning a Golden Globe and SAG Award for her performance. Killers of the Flower Moon is more than a historical epic. It's a sobering reflection on injustice, power, and the fight for justice in the face of corruption. Though it didn't take home Best Picture, Lily Gladstone's groundbreaking nomination as the first Native American Best Actress nominee marked a historic moment for the Academy. Scorsese once again proved that cinema can confront America's darkest chapters. The Zone of Interest is one of the most chilling films of our time. Jonathan Glazer's chilling masterpiece, The Zone of Interest, placed us next to Auschwitz without ever showing the horrors directly. Starring Christian Friedel as Auschwitz Commandant Rudolf Höss and Sandra Hüller as his wife Hedwig, the film depicts their seemingly idyllic family life just beyond the walls of genocide. Glazer strips away myths of monstrous evil, showing instead ordinary domesticity beside industrial-scale murder, a haunting portrait of complicity. Shot on location near Auschwitz, the film immerses us in quiet horror. The sounds of gunfire, trains, and furnaces bleeding into the Höss family's garden. Premiering at Cannes to critical acclaim, it went on to win the Grand Prix, BAFTAS. More than a period drama, The Zone of Interest is a mirror, forcing us to confront how atrocity can hide in plain sight, behind walls of comfort and silence. Cold Detachment, The Banality of Evil, stunned critics and earned Oscars for Best International Feature and Best Sound. It didn't win Best Picture, but its impact is undeniable, a haunting reminder of cinema's power to confront history in unsettling ways. Celine Song's Past Lives was the year's quietest yet most emotionally resonant nominee. Past Lives is a tender, haunting exploration of love, fate, and the passage of time. Starring Greta Lee and Teo Yu, the film follows two childhood friends separated by immigration, only to reconnect decades later as adults. Told over 24 years, it reflects on what might have been and the delicate what-ifs that shape our lives. With quiet, intimate performances and a semi-autobiographical lens, the film captures the bittersweet beauty of human connection. Critically acclaimed and Oscar-nominated for Best Picture and Best Original Screenplay, Past Lives is a gentle reminder that love can span lifetimes, even when life takes us apart. A deeply personal debut about love, fate, and missed connections, it earned just 2 nominations, but it became one of the most talked-about films of the year. It's proof that even the softest stories can echo the loudest in the heart. Cord Jefferson's American Fiction brought sharp satire into the race. American Fiction is a sharp satirical comedy drama about art, identity, and the perils of expectation. Jeffrey Wright stars as Thelonious Monk Ellison, a brilliant African-American novelist frustrated that his work isn't seen as black enough. In a biting twist, his parody of stereotypical black literature becomes a bestseller, forcing him to confront fame, authenticity, and family obligations. With standout performances from Tracy Ellis Ross, Issa Rae, and Sterling K. Brown, the film cleverly exposes the absurdities of the publishing world while exploring grief, love, and the search for personal truth. Critically acclaimed and Oscar-nominated, Jefferson's directorial debut proves that comedy can be as profound as it is hilarious. Jeffrey Wright's performance as a frustrated writer, skewering racial stereotypes, was both hilarious and painfully honest. Though it only snagged Best Adapted Screenplay, this debut showed that biting wit and cultural critique can stand tall among Hollywood's biggest productions. Bradley Cooper returned to the Oscars spotlight with Maestro. Maestro is an intimate, sweeping biopic of Leonard Bernstein, brought to life by Cooper himself alongside Carey Mulligan as his wife Felicia Montealegre. The film traces Bernstein's meteoric rise from young conductor to musical icon, exploring his brilliance, personal struggles, and complicated marriage. From the creation of West Side Story to legendary performances across the globe, the story balances artistic triumph with human vulnerability. Praised for its performances and direction, Maestro earned 7 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Actress. It's a moving testament to love, music, and the price of genius. The film split audiences. Some praised its ambition, others felt it was style over substance. But no one could deny Carey Mulligan's magnetic performance. Even without Best Picture gold, Maestro cemented Cooper's status as one of today's most daring filmmakers. Yes, Barbie made it to the Oscars. Greta Gerwig's Barbie is a dazzling, hilarious, and surprisingly heartfelt fantasy comedy that took the world by storm. Greta Gerwig's pink satirical juggernaut dominated the box office and sparked cultural debates around feminism, consumerism, and identity. Starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, the film follows Barbie on a journey from the perfect matriarchal world of Barbieland to the chaotic real world, facing existential questions about identity, purpose, and empowerment. With its sharp humor, social commentary, and unforgettable visuals, Barbie became a global phenomenon, sparking the iconic Barbenheimer double feature craze with Oppenheimer. Grossing over $1.4 billion, receiving 8 Oscar nominations, and winning Best Original Song, the film isn't just a playful romp. It's a bold, colorful celebration of self-discovery and the power of choice. It may have missed out on Best Director and Best Actress nods, but its Oscar run showed that mainstream blockbusters can still challenge the status quo while making audiences laugh, cry, and dance to I'm Just Ken. If Barbie was your best picture, drop a heart in the comments below. And then came Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan's 3-hour biopic about the father of the atomic bomb became a cultural event, blending art house gravitas with blockbuster scope. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer isn't just a biopic, it's an epic portrait of ambition, genius, and guilt. Based on American Prometheus, the film follows J. Robert Oppenheimer, played by Cillian Murphy, as he builds the atomic bomb and faces the devastating consequences of unleashing it on the world. Shot in breathtaking IMAX, even using black and white film for the first time, Nolan blends spectacle with haunting intimacy. With powerhouse performances from Robert Downey Jr., Emily Blunt, and Florence Pugh, the film became a global phenomenon, earning nearly $1 billion and sweeping the Oscars with 7 wins. Oppenheimer proves that history, when told through cinema, can be as thrilling and terrifying as any blockbuster. It swept the Oscars with wins in Best Director, Best Actor for Cillian Murphy, Best Supporting Actor for Robert Downey Jr., Best Cinematography, and more. Every frame was monumental, every performance electric. For many, it wasn't just a film, and it was the film of 2023. Alexander Payne's The Holdovers charmed audiences with its retro warmth. Paul Giamatti as a grumpy professor and newcomer, Dominic Sessa as a rebellious student, delivered one of the most heartfelt stories of the year. The Holdovers is a heartwarming Christmas comedy drama set in 1970 at a New England boarding school. Paul Giamatti stars as Paul Hunham, a strict classics teacher forced to supervise students left behind over the holidays. Alongside cafeteria manager Mary Lamb and a handful of misfit students, Hunham navigates grief, discipline, and unexpected bonds. Through ice skating trips, heartfelt conversations, and a touch of romance, the film explores loss, compassion, and the unlikely friendships that can change lives. Critically acclaimed and lauded for its performances, The Holdovers is a poignant mix of humor and humanity, earning multiple awards and solidifying itself as one of 2023's standout films. It may not have been a Best Picture frontrunner, but Divine Joy Randolph's supporting actress win gave it a lasting place in Oscar history. From France came Anatomy of a Fall, a courtroom thriller about truth, lies, and perception. Anatomy of a Fall is a gripping French psychological legal drama directed by Justine Triet. Sandra Hüller stars as novelist Sandra Voiter, accused of murdering her husband after a mysterious fall in their mountain chalet. As the investigation unfolds, courtroom tensions rise with conflicting testimonies, intimate revelations, and the blurred lines between fiction and reality. With her visually impaired son Daniel caught in the middle, Sandra must confront suspicion, family secrets, and her own guilt. Winner of the Palme d'Or and critical acclaim worldwide, Anatomy of a Fall is a tense, thought-provoking exploration of truth, perception, and justice. Justine Triet's direction and Sandra Hiller's magnetic performance earned global acclaim. It won Best Original Screenplay, but its razor-sharp dissection of marriage and justice made it one of the most gripping nominees of the year. Yorgos Lanthimos' Poor Things was pure cinematic madness. Surreal, shocking, and visually intoxicating. Poor Things is a darkly whimsical Victorian tale directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Emma Stone stars as Bella Baxter, a woman brought back to life with the brain of a fetus by the eccentric scientist Godwin Baxter. Naive yet curious, Bella explores love, pleasure, and freedom, embarking on a journey across Europe that challenges her understanding of society, desire, and morality. From a brothel in Paris to philosophical awakenings on a cruise, Bella transforms from innocence to self-awareness, confronting her past life and reclaiming her identity. Critically acclaimed and winner of the Golden Lion, Poor Things is a provocative, visually stunning story of rebirth, empowerment, and chaos. Emma Stone's fearless performance as Bella Baxter won her the Oscar for Best Actress, cementing her status as one of the most daring talents of her generation. The film's audacity and originality made it a Best Picture contender, but in the end, it couldn't topple the year's juggernaut. And at last, the inevitable.
Here it comes. And may I see Oppenheimer?
Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer claimed the Oscar for Best Picture, making history as one of the most dominant wins of the decade. What made it unstoppable? The marriage of scale and intimacy. A $100 million epic that felt both massive and deeply personal. A meditation on science, morality, and legacy, delivered with a pulse-pounding urgency that left audiences breathless. It wasn't just an Oscar winner, it was a cultural milestone. The Academy couldn't resist the gravity of Oppenheimer. So that's the story of the 2024 Oscars Best Picture race. A year of bold risks, unforgettable performances, and one film that stood above them all. But what about you? Did Oppenheimer deserve the crown, or was another nominee more deserving? Drop your thoughts below, and we'd love to hear your pick for Best Picture. Like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell, because we've got plenty more Oscar deep dives, actor spotlights, and movie breakdowns coming your way. Until then, see you at the movies. See you at the